We brought you a lot of cringe names that Joe Biden is considering, but this one really takes the cake. Hillary Clinton is reportedly being considered for United States ambassador to the United Nations, which is kind of amazing because it's actually a demotion from her former role of Secretary of State. Now, this is, they say, the thinking behind the move is it would be a way for Biden to highlight the importance of that position in his administration, and that placing her there would raise the prestige of the UN itself at a time when global cooperation and the U.S. role on the world stage has ebbed. So there you go, Krystal. Hillary could be back, and it could be one of those situations where they elevate her and she would be back in the cabinet. Only Hillary can lose twice in a row and get awarded with these cabinet positions. It's just amazing.
And the UN ambassador has to be confirmed by the Senate, though,
does
right?
have to be confirmed by the Senate.
I can't imagine that Republicans would go along with this. Yeah. But then they could follow the, the mode of the Trump administration, which is to name all these like acting people so that you can avoid having to go through the Senate. I'm not going to buy it until I actually see it. Not that I put this level of cringe past them ultimately, but the fact that it would even be a possibility is such a statement on how there was never any reckoning with her failures in that campaign in 2016 and in the failures of Clintonism over decades. Think about this, over the past 4 years, the Democratic Party's become about one thing, being anti-Trump. This is the lady who gave you Trump. There is no one more directly responsible for the fact that this guy ended up president of the United States and may, go on to run again in 2024 and we're stuck with him for life, than Hillary Clinton. And the fact that she still can be celebrated in these quarters just shows you how effective she was, essentially, and how effective the Democratic establishment was at completely shifting any blame for that set of events to everything and anyone else than themselves. It's Russia, it's Comey, it's the left, it's Jill Stein, it's Bernie Sanders, it's sexism. Nothing was ever laid at her feet, because how can you say, Trump is the worst thing that's ever happened to us, and then be like, but the lady that brought him to us, let's go ahead and elevate her to a new cabinet level position. It
also ignores, you're talking about global cooperation. What did they cooperate on in the Obama administration? Bombing, decapitating Libya? That's actually her signature achievement as Secretary of State. Congratulations. Do you want more of that global cooperation? I certainly don't. Syria? So many of the other things that they did when in the Obama administration. Afghanistan?
Dust off their old Benghazi playbook.
As they should. Listen, if that is what keeps her out, fine with me, right? But the truth is, every Republican would want to vote for her, because there is no better fundraising vehicle on earth than to have Hillary Clinton back on the national stage. If she is in a Biden cabinet, you can clean up. They'll call it the Biden-Hillary administration. They'll forget about Harris. It'll be all about Hillary. Nobody raises cash like Hillary. Nobody. Okay.
Yeah. Which is what I can't. I don't know. Do you think the Biden people are this stupid to do this?
It's unlikely. But these things don't get dropped in the Washington Post, without clearance from somebody. These aren't just little this is probably a trial balloon.
Maybe what it is it's setting up progressives so that when Pete gets the nomination instead, oh, thank God it's not Hillary.
Will AOC tweet about
low expectations?
Will she be a congratulations, Pete? I see it.
All right, we're rising for you after this.